And the Muslim taking game 1 in awesome fashion. Red taking game 2 with very nice aggression. Let's see what Cloud Kingdom is going to bring to us. The Muslim played a very greedy TVZ style, but something that you could perhaps get away with when you play against Red. But Red adjusting to the situation, immediately realizing what's going on and throwing some serious aggression to the Muslim. Basically saying like, hey man, you did it in game 1, don't do it again.
Yeah.
Because now you know what I'm capable of.
And what does DeMusliM do in response? Cloud Kingdom's a map where it's a little bit easier to respond to all-ins like that because you've got this cool high ground overlooking your natural. So if DeMusliM went up the siege tanks pretty fast instead of something like a Banshee, he might be a bit safer. But, I mean, that opens up a whole slew of other problems. So we'll see. I kind of think that we're going to see both these guys return to macro, but you never know. You just never know.
Once more, guys, this is our last online cast of the online season of the NASL. After this, the only thing that we will be broadcasting, man, are the offline finals in Toronto, which will be the 2nd weekend of July. The weekend after the Home Story Cup. Once more, hope you guys are excited about that one as well. Mr. Bitter and me will be in Germany for the Home Story Cup together with Dennis T. Galen. And, well, that's going to be one big
gamers.
That's going to be one big Starcraft II party.
Can't wait. Home Story Cup, always a blast. If you're in the Germany area, you should come drop us a line.
Hey, a little bit of trivia. Oh, actually not. But Red, I believe Red is one of the only guys together with Zocca, Hazuops and me, and Dennis Steak, who attended all 4 Home Story Cups.
DeMusliM won at the first one?
DeMusliM was at the first one. He actually won the first one. Was very small back then, but DeMusliM was not at Home Story Cup 4. He was not at the last one.
Oh, you're right. He was in England, right?
No, he was in US, but he was sick. He was not able to make it. He was at Home Story Cup 3 though.
Because I remember talking about that, because he was going to come.
Yes, exactly. He was at Home Story Cup 2 and he was at Home Story Cup 1. He won the first Home Story Cup in the final against, I believe, Braddock. Or Moro. Either of those two. In any case, the Muslim won first Home Story Cup. It was very small. It was very cozy, but it was awesome. And Red was there as well. That was actually Red's very first tournament representing Team Liquid. I remember that because I was back then at Red's house. We bootcamped for a few days. We played a lot of FIFA against each other. And playing FIFA with Red is probably the funniest thing ever. If you think that Red takes losses in Starcraft II heavy, you should see him losing FIFA. He gets really mad.
What was which team did you keep picking?
Yeah, I kept picking Chelsea because Chelsea was for some reason ridiculously good back then in FIFA, and I was teasing Red a little bit. Whenever Drogba scored, I was like, "Oh, Red, it's the Drog." And Red got really mad. He's like, "Oh, so that's how you want to play?" And then Red picked Chelsea too, and then he actually started beating me. And he's like, "So you said the Drog?" I was actually really mad. And then Red on one moment scored a ridiculous goal, like from 45 meters or something, and he got a PlayStation award, which said like Thunderstruck or Thunder Lightning. And then he's like, not bad. And he kept watching the goal, and I got really annoyed. I was like, Red, just stop it. Anyway, both the Muslim and Red are really awesome guys. If you ever meet them in the land, just step up to those guys and talk with them. They will always talk back and always talk back to you, and you will realize that they are 2 great personalities to have.
Not bad.
Yeah, freaking Drog. Red. He literally scored a goal from like 40 meters, which made no sense. He got some stupid achievement for it. The Muslim man dropped an additional command center in his base right now. And that often means, of course, that his economy is going to be quite good once more.
Yep, going to be doing the double orbital stuff again. Red has 4 queens out, so this is a bit of a return to how we sort of expect him to play, how he's known to play. Probably going to make 1 more queen here in a moment. What if the 7 queens on Antigua? That is mini queens, Kev.
He's going up to 7 queens, you said?
On Antigua he did.
Ah, yes, that is. I've seen Red with 9 queens. Oh no, that's Stefano.
22 active creep tumors.
I've seen Red do a lot of things in life, man, that mankind said was not possible. Red has 15 drones, 16 drones right now in his main base, so I guess well, he's gonna rally a couple of drones to his extractor. Probably gonna try to keep close to full saturation as possible. 58 out of 60 right now. Red is still unaware, but no, actually he's not unaware. The Overlord is floating into the main base of the Muslim right now, and he's gonna get a confirmation that the 3rd command center is going up. And once more, Ben, Red is immediately dropping the Roach Warren.
Yeah, this time there's no Bangling Nest. This time he's got full 2 base saturation. So what I think we're gonna see from Red is maybe, oh, no, actually, never mind. Baneling Nest is going to go down as well.
And he's producing a lot of Overlords once more, but this time, man, the Muslim is dropping Hellions and Marauders, and that's, of course, going to be a lot better against what he faced on Belshire beats instead of the Banshee opening. Even though
yeah, I mean, DeMuslim's going to be in a better shape to deal with this. It's
but
coming
it's
later. He's going to have more stuff.
Love this.
The cool thing for Rhett, though, is that even though he's going to be getting really aggressive with this Roach Baneling, there we see the 10 Roaches in production, he's going to be able to transition pretty smoothly. He's got more... Oh, okay, well, I guess with the... so he's got exactly 2 bases of saturation. He can still throw down a 3rd base. We actually see him doing that right now. He's even going to let DeMusliM see it or try it.
Yeah, DeMusliM saw one of those drones before. He picked it up. He's going to pick up the 2nd drone as well at the cost of 2 Hellions, but he knows that he's delaying a potential 3rd base over Red by quite a bit. And of course he knows that he is on triple orbital himself, so the longer he delays this hatch, the better it is for a British Terran player.
What he doesn't know is that Red's got all these Roaches and Zerglings coming. And when, at what point does DeMusliM make that read? Red's going to go right out the bottom half of the map, knowing that the Hellions are on creep on the top
DeMusliM doesn't
half.
have a single bunker yet on the low ground, and that actually is something that might hurt him really, really a lot. He's still completely in the dark, doesn't control any of the Zelnaga watchtowers. This is what DeMusliM sees right now, Ben. He is still completely unaware of what Red is throwing at him.
Such a critical mistake, thinking that he's blocking the expansion with these Hellions. In fact, he's leaving himself very, very vulnerable to the all-in that's coming. Red, with the Zerglings morphing right in, morphing into Banelings right in the natural.
The Muslim is going to evacuate his natural immediately. I think that's very smart. But the Muslim, you're going to need bunkers.
So many morphing Banelings. 19, Kevin. There's no chance. The rest is going to back off with
the Muslim can't float over anything.
Here come those Banelings. They are so. This is the. Oh my God, the Banelings. 19 Banes, Kev. They're going to walk right up. They're going to kill the reactor. Both the depots are going to fall, and then Red's going to pour right in with everything.
Army supply tells the tilt 56 against 20. Here come all the Banelings. The depots are falling. This bunker.
Oh, the Muslim microing very well right now, but the bunker falling anyway. Roaches will eventually die to the
Muslim
Marauders.
did that so extremely well, Ben. He might actually be able to just stay alive. He's dropping the depots immediately. Zerglings are not streaming in.
But Red turns around with the Roaches, though, and he's going to be able to take out those depots, and with that, he gets more units inside the base, so DeMusliM will take some losses here.
But this
a
is
lot
fantastic.
of losses, 22 workers killed, Kev, and Red still has this 2-base economy to fall back on. It's not as bad as it was on Belshire.
I think this was an insane hold by the Muslim. Yes,
it's exceptional that he stays alive, but again, Red, he's got his 2-base economy. He's building his 3rd base. His layer is done. It is finished.
This is 41 drones against 24 SCVs and triple orbital. That's close to even.
It's...
and this time the Muslim has steam, he has barracks, he's able to produce.
He's in better shape than he was, Kev.
He's on double eBay, already has 1-1 upgrades, armory is going down.
Red's building a ton of drones. I mean, you're right, the Muslim's not dead, he's not out of it, but this is not an enviable position. He's down 18 supply. Red goes from 40 drones to 50 drones, and he's making more and more. He's starting to accrue a lot of gas. His Spire's about to finish.
The Muslim is completely unaware of this, doesn't want to use any scans right now, knows he has to recover economically, he doesn't want to use any scans, he's using all the mules.
9 more drones for Red, that's going to take him up to 65. 9 more drones again for Red, that's going to push him past 70.
I don't know which 9 drones you're counting. He's going to go up to 63 drones, which is good, it's going to be very good. But supply-wise, it is pretty close. Of course, Red is going to be able to produce quite a few Mutalisk. But the Muslim is up 15 army supply right now. He's on double eBay. He has 1 or 2 missile turrets up already. I guess he's going to try to start 2 upgrades real soon. If the Muslim is going to move out right now, Ben, that's a pretty scary army for Red to deal with.
Yeah, it definitely is. Red sees it coming. This should prompt some sort of reaction. Red's got some drones in queue, but the rest will be units. Zerglings, Mutas. Baneling speed's also finishing, so Red should start morphing Banelings, and he does.
The way that the Muslim picked off those Banelings, moved back the Marines, and let the Marauders and bunkers accept
control.
Wow,
I mean, he did it as well as he possibly could have.
I couldn't agree more. Exceptional control.
More units coming for Red. He's going to be defending with a Zergling, Baneling, Muta. If DeMusliM gets a great engagement, he's going to be okay, I think. But if Red cleans this up, it's going to be really, really tough.
Baneling's getting good connections. The Muslim taking quite a bit of damage, but he has a decent spread. He's going to force the Red at least to worry about this a little bit longer. The Muslim picking off more and more Banelings.
Drone's going to come off the line. Zergling's trying to stream in, but there's not very many Marines, and the Marines are going to fall. Red could pull the drones back at this point, and he's going to be okay. DeMuslim's going to kill 20 workers, and he's going to take a good shot at killing this hatchery. Marauder's being microed very well. Here come the Zergling reinforcements.
And
so
he forced a ton of units, and now suddenly, Ben, it's 48 drones. Of course, 7 more drones on the way. It is red after all. He's going to go up to 55 again against 43 SCVs. 2-2 is on the way for DeMuslim, and he's still on triple orbital. I think Red's going to try to make a lot of banelings and roll in.
This is getting better for DeMuslim. Red's working on his own +2.
Red is going to morph a ton of banelings, Ben. 23.
This is pretty scary. Muta's also going to find their way into the main base, but turrets in good spots.
Oh,
actually,
look at the orbital. The orbital's going to spot.
Will it spot it in time, though?
The sickest orbital scout in history. He's going to see all
them
these
rolling.
banelings.
It's going to be really tough. Here we go. Wall's going to go up.
Oh, not completely.
Banelings are going to get through before the depot can go up, so no banelings detonate on the supply depots, and DeMuslim running for the hills right now as fast as he can. Marines being microed pretty damn well. And Red says, you know what, I'll just clear out your natural.
A lot of SCVs falling down, and a lot of SCVs are still in trouble as well, but DeMuslim doing whatever he can. Well, he keeps most of them alive.
That wasn't that bad.
No.
Now 30 workers to 50.
God, DeMuslim is handling these crisis situations really well. But Red did do damage again. Red is once more up in a 23 worker lead. He's going to delay this third orbital by quite a bit.
Queen's mutiny here, Kev.
Oops.
Marching across the map, trying to do it like Stefano.
Yep.
Hey, Stefano, am I doing it right?
Am I doing this right? Stefano is like shaking it. And he just says, yes, it's
Stefano says,
good.
It's really, really good.
They are good. Stefano, what do you think about Queens of
Really,
Cream?
really good.
They are good. 2-2 on the way for Red right now, so the next time he's going to try to do a baneling boss like this, or, well, he didn't even have to boss, he just rolled through this time. DeMuslim's units were out of position. He had to get those units back, and then he didn't have time to raise the wall anymore.
Good job by Rhett with these speed links. Spots this third command center heading out, so he's going to know exactly what DeMuslim's
God, look
up
at
to.
Red's economy right now. Red doing such a good job at pumping out drones whenever he can. Yes, he lost a ton of drones, but he already recovered again.
Yep, 73 workers to 36 now. DeMuslim still, you know, you're right, he has triple orbital, but at some point, you really need something that's a bit more sustainable. You need those workers to fall back on. Red taking his 4th base now. Should be starting his hive pretty soon. No infestation pit yet.
Depots are not raised for DeMuslim. They are raised at the final moment, though, and this bunker is a little bit low on HP. God, quick reflexes by DeMuslim once more.
Yeah, good job getting back there, spotting that.
Army supply, it's a lot closer than the real supply. 67 against 77. Red getting some upgrades for his mutas as well. +1 is halfway through.
Red's creep spread's getting better and better. Also, as this game progresses, he's continuing to work through that middle portion of the map, just covering more and more of Cloud Kingdom in that purple goop. One of the things that's a bit scary for DeMuslim is that he's got an orbital at his 3rd, and that's going to make it very susceptible to things like this Zergling attack that's going to come in here.
It's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage once more. There are a few missile turrets, so Red has to be careful with those mutas.
Really good positioning on that bunker means that Red's going to go ahead and disengage. He's going to have to just go up into the natural, where he will take out this bunker, and this is going to allow him to stream right through.
Well, not that many Zerglings around anymore. It's mostly Mutalisk.
Yeah, but there's no Marines.
Nope, all of the Marines are in the north side of the map. I hear Banelings morphing somewhere. They're over here. There are a few Banelings. This is going to be so risky for DeMuslim.
Oh, here we go. Red, he commits and then uncommits. The Banelings weren't quite ready yet, and he decided he didn't want to take that fight. Now, as they're finishing up, Red's kind of scrambling a bit unorganized, and a lot of indecision here coming out of the Liquid Zerg player. DeMuslim's well positioned. He's spread out these Marines nicely, but there's so many Banelings for Red, and he's doing a good job of trying to connect him with the Marines, but at the last second, good splitting by DeMuslim, and he's going to keep a lot of these units alive. More drones are going to fall. Red's going to be forced to bring his mutas back, but he killed the entire natural expansion.
Are you kidding me? This Bioforce is still alive. Red is throwing everything that he has right now. These remaining units of DeMuslim, but there's still a few units remaining for DeMuslim. More Zerglings streaming in right now. Is this going to be enough?
It
yes,
will
with
be
the
with
mutas
for sure.
It is finally going to be enough.
Red does clean it up. Took some heavy losses again. Many workers falling.
Actually, Red picked, no, he didn't pick up the, he did pick up the 2nd orbital. Red killed a ton of workers. He was around 20 before this whole attack started, went up to 56. Immediately, Red getting 12 additional Banelings. Both of these guys are playing phenomenal Starcraft right now.
Yeah, they really are.
Sick multitasking, it's insane.
Red's just mining out his main, transferring those workers out of there as he's getting those last minerals. DeMusliM going to poke forward once again with kind of a threadbare army, but Red's not got that much either. 12 Zerglings, 12 Banelings, and some Mutas. Here we go. DeMusliM going to have to split well, and he is going to split very well. Beautiful control from DeMusliM.
But he doesn't have many Marines remaining anymore. Red is just going to idle with these Mutas above the Marines. What are these Marauders going to be able to do? Well, they're going to get surrounded by Zerglings. Mutas are going to help to clear those up. That was a favorable engagement for Red, and DeMusliM calls GG.
Red goes up 2-1. One game away from Toronto. DeMusliM 1 game away from elimination. It's not over yet, Kev.
It is not over yet. The Red was double the supply of DeMusliM in the end. I was just checking if he really should have called GG, but yeah, Red on 4 bases. DeMusliM lost a lot of SCVs, also lost one of his orbitals, so he was down to only 2 orbitals. But still, maybe.
Fourth game is going to be on Antigua Shipyard. It's been a, I guess, haven't we already played Antigua?
No, they played Antigua in the tiebreakers, but today we haven't played Antigua.
Okay. Well, Antigua has been a map that's classically very good for Terran in this matchup, so we'll see exactly what happens after this short break, guys. Red versus DeMusliM, Game 4, when we get back.